Welcome to The Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Dave Bryan.
Hi, I'm Melanie Friedlander, and welcome to My Terrible Take, coming at you every Sunday courtesy of Steelers Depot. Even on holiday weekends, no days off for the Steelers Depot crew. Welcome to Round 5 of the Steelers rookie preseason entrance physicals. Today, we'll take a look at Isaiahh Loudermilk, defensive end from the University of Wisconsin, also home to the fabulous TJ Watt. The Steelers traded up in the 5th round of the 2021 NFL Draft to grab him with the 156th overall pick. Even Loudermilk was surprised to go that early on draft day. He had planned a party for the afternoon that day at a local pizza place, but was still at home on the couch when he got the call from head coach Mike Tomlin. Not surprisingly for a defensive lineman, Loudermilk has had a few injuries along the way. And also not surprising for NCAA football, there isn't much detail to be had. So I'll start with what we know for sure, and then give some educated guesses on what kept him off the field and whether that will be an issue going forward. After a redshirt year in 2016, Loudermilk played 11 games in 2017, missing 3 due to injury, and recorded 11 tackles, including 6 solo stops, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. As a sophomore, he appeared in 9 games with 6 starts at defensive end and made 15 tackles, including 8 solo tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. He missed 4 games due to injury that year. The 2019 season was his strongest, starting all 14 games at defensive end with 24 tackles, including 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 5 batted passes. In a very abbreviated 2020 season that saw a late start in October and 3 games canceled due to COVID-19, Loudermilk started all 6 regular season games at defensive end, posting 13 total tackles with 9 solo stops and 2.5 tackles for loss and 2 sacks, but missed the Duke's Mayo Bowl game due to injury. Going back to the 2017 injury, there really isn't a lot of information available. He played the first 3 games of the season and then appeared on the injury report with a right leg injury that was changed to a left leg injury the following week. He missed the next 4 games and made it back to the lineup. He didn't appear in the final regular season game, but that doesn't seem to be injury related. He did contribute in the bowl game that year. Loudermilk was able to join spring training, but then underwent knee surgery, which led him to missing the first game of the 2018 season as he continued to recover. He returned for the second game this season, but then sustained an ankle injury in week 5 and missed 3 games, returning for the last 5 games of the season. So now for some speculation. I would guess the 2017 injury was a meniscus tear, or less likely, an MCL sprain. He commented in one interview that it was the same injury that he re-aggravated in the spring and then required surgery. Based on how quickly he recovered from that, he probably had a fairly straightforward arthroscopic procedure. As far as the left ankle goes, my guess is a high ankle sprain. The day of his injury, he left the locker room on crutches and was seen in a walking boot a few days later. And it would seem he has fully recovered from both of those. And what about the mystery injury that kept him out of his final bowl game? Up until a few days before the game, it seemed he was expected to play and then was included on the, quote, not available list on the pregame status report the day of the bowl game. According to Colton Bartholomew, who covers the Badgers, the defensive end took a hard hit to his right knee on the final play of the regular season. The good news is that Loudermilk looked fit and healthy for his Badgers Pro Day this year on March 10th, although a little light for an NFL lineman, having lost 20 pounds. That's something I'm sure Coach Tomlin will have him address before the preseason starts. So it looks like we're getting a defensive end in fantastic shape and hoping he'll contribute. That's my terrible take, and thanks for listening. Please follow me at GirlSurgeon on Twitter.
Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Kozora every Tuesday and Friday.